Hey guys, we're back with another recipe from Plated. Today's recipe is risotto with kale, walnut pesto, and white beans. Here's what it looks like. Full disclosure, I don't really like white beans, so mine might look a little different at the end, but we'll see because I'm not sure how this all is going to work. Anyway, here's the ingredients and the instructions. You're going to need olive oil, 1.5 cups of water, salt and pepper, small pot with a lid, medium pot with a lid, and a small non-stick pan, and a blender or food processor, which is optional. I have a food processor though, so I'm going to make my pesto with that. Okay, in the recipe, we have white wine. It's a little baggie. A lemon, a shallot, some butter, some walnuts, chives, vegetable stock, the white beans, basil, Parmesan cheese, and the arborio rice. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to prepare, which means I'm going to rinse the beans, have the lemon, rinse the kale. Oh, we have kale too. I guess it must be somewhere else. I didn't grab it out of the refrigerator. Okay, we have kale too. I'm going to rinse the kale, trim and discard the stems. I'm going to thinly slice the leaves. I'm going to peel the shallot and mince. And then in a small pot, I'm going to put the vegetable stock and 1.5 cups of water. I'm going to bring it to a boil. Once it's boiling, I'm going to remove it from the heat. Cover to keep warm and set aside. Okay. Sure. Alright, so let me get that started and then we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so after a quick inspection, it seems like we don't have any kale. Not sure whether they just didn't send it or I don't know what happened, but we don't have kale. And therefore, when I make the pesto, you can't make a whole lot of pesto with that amount of basil. So I have this other pesto thing that I sometimes use. It's basically just out of a packet. It's this thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a tiny bit of pesto with what I have and without the kale. And then I'm just going to make that along with it. So that can go into the rice. But I thought I'd just let you guys know in case you were wondering what's going on. Alright, so I'm going to quickly chop up some of this stuff. Okay, so I've got a pan. I have added butter and a little bit of olive oil to it, and I'm waiting for it to kind of get foamy so that we can start the rice. It's supposed to be on medium-high heat, by the way. Alright, once it's kind of bubbling, I'm going to add in the shallots. And we're going to cook this 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, so now I'm going to add in the rice, and we're going to cook this 2 to 3 more minutes until it's translucent. Here's a better view of what that looks like. So once it's translucent, that's where you would add in the kale, or half the kale. So you would do that there, but since we don't have any, we're just going to skip that step. You're only supposed to cook the kale for about 30 seconds in this, the rice. Okay, so next we're going to pour in the white wine, and we're going to let this absorb into the rice for about a minute. As you can see, it's pretty quick to absorb all the wine. Okay, next we're going to pour in the vegetable stuff with the water. And I'm kind of adding it in a little bit at a time. But you want to pour the whole thing in there, it said. I'm also going to add a little bit of salt to this. It says to bring it to a boil, but it's already boiling. So I'm going to reduce this to medium-low. And then I'm simmering it until liquid is absorbed, about 15 to 18 minutes. And after that, then I'm going to remove it from the pot, remove pot from the heat, and cover it to keep warm, stirring occasionally. Okay, so I've got my processor here. It's not plugged in, but that's okay. So you were supposed to take the walnuts and toast them over the stove in a pan, but I don't really want to do that. Sorry. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the pesto. So I'm going to take the garlic and I'm going to crush it up a bit so that it's not so... and I'm going to stick it in here. And I'm going to not chop up, but pick the basil leaves. I'm going to stick them in here too. Also going to chop up the chives. Sorry that it's kind of a mess. And sorry that it's kind of hard to see because Okay, so I've got the garlic and the basil in here, and I'm going to put in the chives. This is where you put in the remaining kale if you hadn't. Half the walnuts. Other versions of this use pine nuts. We're going to put in salt and pepper. Lastly, 6 tablespoons of olive oil. So I'm just going to turn this on real quick and then I'll be right back. Alright, so here's what it looks like. It's not much, but I'm also going to add in half the Parmesan and a squirt of lemon. Okay, so basically all you're going to do is you're going to put the pesto, the remaining Parmesan, the beans, into the pot with the risotto. Just put everything kind of together, put in the remaining Parmesan, sprinkle over some more walnuts if you want, and yeah, so I'll be back to let you know what it looks like when it's all plated. Alright, here it is. Hopefully it's good. I'll be back to let you know what I think of it. Hey guys, I'm here to talk to you about the food. So, even without the kale, it was still pretty good. I feel like there might have been a better, not having as much pesto, even though I put in the other pesto, I feel like it would have added to it and given it a greater flavor, I would have tasted more pesto, I guess. But that being said, it wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. I think I would go and make it again, but with, more pesto this time, I guess. Yeah. Alright, so thanks guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!